YouTube, what is up? I just wanted to come and tell you guys before we start this video, pretty exciting news. Guys, go ahead and take advantage of this opportunity. You guys already know, well, the guys that follow me on Instagram or on my personal Facebook page, you know, every year I run a Fortunato group buy from March to about May. This past year I teamed up with Cygnus Performace to actually get a mad discount on their X1 series coilovers, even for the Central G20 and a lot of other Nissan lineups. But it's not exclusive to that, so I was able to go ahead and help people with their Subarus, their Evos. I had a R33 this year and a couple other different vehicles. So just want to let you guys know, you guys missed out on my group buy. We're in June during this video, or whenever this video was filmed. But you guys can go ahead and go to the Cygnus Performance website and you can get a discount by using the discount code BSA. It's a super discount on their whole series of X1 series coilovers. Go ahead and fill it out, purchase it online, find your application, and at the checkout, go ahead and put the promo code BSA. All right, you'll get a super discount on their X1 series Cygnus Performance coilovers. And if you don't know about them, X1 series coilovers are based on the Fortunato 500 platform. They do differ a little bit in valving, but when you receive them, they come in a Fortunato box. They come in, shipped from Fortunato, built from Fortunato, with Fortunato's warranty. So essentially you are getting a more customized setup based on the 500s. They also have a Motorsport Series X1, which would be equivalent to the Fortunato 510s. And again, all backed by Fortunato. Regarding spring rates for your B13, B14, P10, P11, S chassis, you can go ahead and email us at blipshipapex at gmail.com. I'll put the email up above. And if you have any questions regarding your Subarus, your Mitsubishis, which is really what Cygnus Performance and Jeff specialize in, you're welcome to email them as well. I'll put their email up above. BSA discount code, and if you want a discount on Fortunato coilovers, you're welcome to email us directly and I'll be able to go ahead and provide you a promo code for that. But let's get to the video. What is up, fellas? Welcome back. I know it's been a while since the last video, but as you guys can remember, I have a Adilcars car, which is hanging out over there with me because he wanted a couple upgrades for me to do to the car. He wanted me to improve it any way I could, and one of the things we wanted to improve was braking. As I mentioned before, braking was one of the things that he really wanted to go ahead and get done. So for that, of course, I turned to my buddy Brian at Fast Brakes, and he had something for me. I said, hey Brian, I need brakes, big brakes, not no Willwood, something better, some Stoptechs. And he said, fine, I got you, Juan, I got what you need. So this is what we got. We have the STR42 full race trim caliper from Stoptech. 2 calipers, 2 rotors. I know I said no Willwood stuff, but it does use a Willwood top hat to fit the rotor onto. These are P10, P11 specific. I went with the 11.75 inch kit from Brian at Stoptech. You can get a 12-inch kit in this. Brian definitely offered that to me as well, but I decided to go on the 11.75, especially since Adilcar at one point wants to go to 15-inch wheels. He's on 16-inch T37s now, but he'd want to step down to use some 16-inch wheels as well. So that's why we went with the 11.75. So if you guys contact Brian at Fast Brakes, you guys want this kit, website's up above, contact him. You can get 11.75 or 12-inch. As far as the price goes, I'll let him tell you what it costs. But if you guys are serious and are serious car guys, you won't be buying no Taiwanese kits around here, right? Race proven Taiwanese, track proven Taiwanese. Back to what we're gonna do. So I have the car in the air, it's over there. I'm gonna go ahead and, why is it so dark over here? Let me go ahead and help that. Ah, there you go. All right, so in mocking up the install, first thing I noticed was we may have a little bit of a clearance issue. The bracket is on correctly, but once the rotor is on, which I already safety wired, once the rotor is on, it actually hits. It impacts right here on the controller. As you saw just a second ago, I had to stop the video. We were having a little complication with the Fast Brakes Stoptech kit for the P10. I did clearance the control arm because I had seen that the rotor itself was hitting the control arm as I turned the steering wheel lock to lock, so I couldn't figure that out. What ended up happening is, after doing a couple measurements, I actually noticed that the rotor itself was inset too far, so it was actually going into the body. Think of it as the hub having too much negative camber in that sense, where it was way too far inset. So after taking some measurements, I found out that it was inset by at least 10 millimeters too far. So I talked to Brian over at Fast Brakes, and sure enough, I sent them my one of the rotors and complete with a top hat, and we got it back. To my surprise, Brian was nice enough to go ahead and in speaking to him, he definitely wanted to go ahead and upgrade us to not the 11.75 kit anymore. This is actually a 12-inch kit. This 12-inch Willwood kit, you can buy it for the P10 in the 12 or the 11.75, but this is the first car to have the kit either way. So of course, I'd rather us be the test bed before the kit goes out to you guys. The bracket is fine. That was measured out perfectly fine. It was just more so about having these top hats milled so that we can go ahead and get them to fit. Other than that, the kit is gonna go on pretty great. Again, it does use the STR42 Stoptech caliper. So I'm gonna go ahead and bolt that on, show you guys it all nicely bolted up, and then hopefully I can go ahead and yeah, maybe I can bleed it today and take a test drive. The car's super filthy. It's been sitting here for quite some time, and don't mind this filthy thing, but it's been sitting here for a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up, get that taken care of. It is fully bolted on, the line is on. Don't mind that brake fluid right there, that's all fresh Project Mu brake fluid. Bolted in, we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side, and then we'll move on to, I'm more than sure I won't be able to test this today. We're actually waiting for some spacers. Not because this doesn't fit, I can actually go ahead and drive the car today. Yeah, you know what, I think I might just go ahead and do that today or tomorrow. I'll go ahead and finish the other side, and then I'll give you my impressions on the kit. I'm sure it's gonna be just as good as it was on my B13. So next time you see me, I will be driving this thing on the road, and I'll let you guys know. So let's talk about this Stoptech kit. It's a 12-inch kit. So we started off with the 11.75 kit, but after having to go back with Brian at Fast Brakes, some of the measurements were off in the bracket. Actually, it wasn't the bracket, it was actually the top hat on the rotor. It was a little too far inset. We were able to figure it all out. Brian went back, did his little wizardry with the math and the diagrams and measurements, and he was able to go ahead and take care of that and fix it quite easily. So it took a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. Not really gonna tell you exactly how long it took, but weeks. Talk about stopping power. Well, I mean, if I tap the brakes a little too hard, I might leave my passenger's front teeth in the dash. I mean, they're really good. These are just on Stoptech sport pads, if I'm not mistaken. So these should be a pretty good, you know, street and very light track duty kind of pad. And this is a horrible roadie. Maybe I can get a shot of this Lamborghini with a really cool livery on it. Look at that. Nice. He was looking at the G20 for sure. So Stoptech pads is what's on there right now. It's just a standard pad, and you could tell the brakes are spot on. For sure, they're spot on. So they're not touchy. I know I'll be able to modulate them quite a bit, but really the true test will be at a track. These are motorsport grade calipers. It still uses the STR42 caliper, just like it is on my B13. What can I say, man? Brian at Fast Brakes is the man. He got it right. They work really well and proportionate with this master cylinder. So that's one thing that's very important, guys. You know, we don't buy brakes just because they look nice. Oh, let me buy big brakes, you know, big Taiwanese brakes just because they look nice. No, it's a matter of them being completely functional as well, because that's really important, right? I wouldn't want to trust something that isn't motorsport grade or high quality and track tested and abused, and really trust my life to it if I went to the track and I'm slamming on the brakes all day and it failed. Yeah, I wouldn't want to trust my life to something that isn't motorsport, truly motorsport grade at that point. And this car with hypercool springs being motorsport grade and the brakes now being motorsport grade, fantastic. So all we have left as I stop here for some B-roll is to test it at the track, and we might have something in store for that. If no, you know what, I'm not gonna kill it. Let's just see what Adilcar thinks when we see him. Well, as you know, guys, if you like content like this, please like and subscribe. It only lets me know that you like this kind of content, and I'll continue to try to make it. This is a niche community, very small community, and if you like quality parts, which is what we do here at Live Ship Apex, please let us know you like it by liking and subscribing. So for everybody you see on these videos, from AJ, Caesar, Sergio, Leo, myself, and the rest of the BSA crew, thank you guys. Take care of yourselves. Peace.